Fayetteville Film Festival kicked off last night in downtown Fayetteville. The fest's aim is to promote independent filmmaking and foster a creative film community. We've got Nick and Chris from Bonsai Creative. They're here to help the fest with that goal. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us. Yeah.
So tell us about Bonsai Creative. What is that?
We're an independent media company, and for us, making content through podcasting, video, YouTube, etc., and sharing sort of the tips and tricks and tactics on how to make independent film without having to make those mistakes that we made in our filmmaking journey is what we're all about.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. And the podcast is called Make It, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Fill us in on that, what people can expect.
Oh man, they can expect all sorts of goodness. You know, I think that's it. I think we're trying to do something like you folks do, right? It's like educate, entertain, and inspire filmmakers across the world. You know, we actually have an international audience, which is awesome, on all these podcast platforms and YouTube as well. And we have guests in addition to us talking. You know, I mean, if you want to just come on and hear us talk, that's great. But we have got guests as well from across the industry that provide advice, lessons learned, talk about their families, their personal experiences, you know, the things that brought them into filmmaking, the mistakes that they've made, the lessons they've learned, and things they want to pass on to other filmmakers.
Sure, absolutely. What's something that you wish that you would have known when you first started out in your filmmaking journey?
What do you think?
Well, that's a really great question. I think understanding how the money flows back and forth, so the business side of film is really important. I think if you don't know that, you can make an Oscar-winning film and really not have anything to show for it,
right?
If you don't understand that. I think also just knowing a little bit about everyone's job. I'm a producer, PGA producer, and that's been a big part of my growth over the years is, do I know enough about what's happening on set to know when something's going wrong and know which questions to ask? I think that for me is early on. Nick, do you have anything to add to that early on?
Well, I'll just add one more. So the filmmaking process is a very creative process, right? We're dealing with artists, and you know, I can turn off the art and I can be a little bit robotic sometimes when I'm reviewing something and looking at something. And sometimes you can push back on a person's art, and they'll push right back on you.
Okay.
So you have to realize that balance between the business of film and the art of film when dealing with creative. So I think in the beginning, had I been a little bit softer in my approach, then I think that it would have been a little bit easier to deal with some of the creatives as well.
Okay,
That's great.
Very good. I like that.
And so one of the reasons you're here and the fest brought you in is because you can help people with their pitches, right? When they're pitching their ideas to folks. And I know that you've got some pitches here in Fayetteville that are coming your way, I guess, later today and tomorrow.
Yep.
What's some advice you would have for people, in a nutshell, that you would give folks who are out there pitching their movies?
Well, I mean, first of all, sell us something. You know, pitch is short for a sales pitch. It's a story you're telling. It needs to have a beginning, middle, and end, and it needs to make sense. You have to have the development around your characters in your pitch so that we can understand what it is you're going to shoot and make in this film. So.
Yeah,
you're selling. That is the main thing. Understand that you're selling something, not just explaining what your story is about.
We have an idea. It's about two people who host a lifestyle show all about the great things happening in Northwest Arkansas.
I like this. I might have seen something like this before. I'm not sure.
Thank you both for joining us.
So much.
You can see the details of the festival. It's going on today and tomorrow right there in downtown Fayetteville. Tickets are still out there. Go meet these guys. Great fun. Yes, thanks for being here. We appreciate you.